CX Today. My name is Charlie, I'm the Senior Editor here, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Ben Neo, Head of Enterprise Sales at EMA for Zoom Phone. Ben, it's great to have you join us. How are you doing today?
Thanks for having me, Charlie. Yeah, I'm great, and I'm really looking forward to today and what Zoomtopia is going to bring.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very exciting to be discussing more new innovations from Zoom. They seem like they're coming very thick and fast this year, and Zoomtopia
Yeah.
sure has thrown up lots of interesting announcements. And kind of just on those announcements, the one that really kind of first caught my eye from a customer experience perspective was the launch of Zoom's new virtual agent solution. Could you maybe give us a little introduction to this new innovation?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, Charlie, exciting times in here in Zoom, and as always with Zoom, the innovation side of things is really core to our DNA, and particularly as you mentioned, the virtual agent offering that we're bringing out. Well, that came from our acquisition of Solvy back in May 2022, and what it was in response to our customers asking us for additional channels to engage with their customers on in much more of an automated and self-service fashion. So essentially what virtual agent solution is it's a conversational AI-driven chatbot. So if I put that into more simplistic terms, it's a robot which is able to answer your questions, understand maybe the reason behind your questions, go away and find that information wherever it may be within your CRM or other data sources, and try and deliver that back to you, in a chat format, in order so it can continue the conversation to try to get you to where you need to be and the answer that you're looking for.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great, especially because I think what Zoom really is known for is quite easy to use solutions, and virtual agents tend to be quite tricky to see Zoom go out and go for Solvay and produce their own solution across different channels, as you mentioned, is very exciting. And also, kind of on this AI theme, there is the Zoom IQ solution, which kind of is already part of Zoom IQ, but now there's a new addition to almost the suite, I guess you'd put it. Could you maybe tell us a little bit about that too?
Yeah, so Zoom IQ for sales. So again, with Zoom looking at how do we deliver easier, simpler, more impactful conversations. It's looking at what do we do with the data that we've already got, and how do we improve. So Zoom IQ is a conversational analysis tool. So what it's doing is it's post call, it's looking at what keywords were said, what sentiment was behind that, the engagement levels that were had within there, and did we get to the right ending, and did we do it in the most efficient and complete way of delivering that. And so what Zoom IQ is doing is providing that kind of virtual coaching environment to go back and make sure that when we are engaging with customers or colleagues, that we are delivering the right information and spotting those areas. Now, if I give two use cases to that, one could be in a sales environment. Of course, you're listening to keywords, you're listening to things which might believe that there's an intent to buy. So that's really important to kind of spot that, and to make sure that agents or salespeople are realizing that to make sure they get to the right end and hopefully make a sale or move that forward in the process. But also, if you look at that from another perspective, maybe in areas where it's more regulated, there could be some compliance things. We might need to say certain words. I was trying to renew my cell phone contract the other day. There are certain phrases that the person at the other end of the call had to say to me from a statutory and a regulatory perspective, So we need to make sure that there's consistency in delivering that. And this is what that gives. That gives a rich reporting capability in order for companies to look back to say, did we do a good job? How good was that job? How effective was that? And was that delivered in a very, very easy and conversational manner that helps our customers? And that's what this is doing. It's trying to help you improve really that. So that's, it's really cool, and we're using it here within Zoom.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's. I think what impresses kind of me most with these solutions, just the kind of speed that Zoom has been able to implement a lot of this. Obviously, its enterprise business is not as well known as its consumer business, but the kind of rate that it's picking up now is becoming very impressive with virtual agents, conversation analysis tools, especially, and of course, there's the Zoom Contact Center as well. But what kind of do all these innovations tell us about Zoom's vision for customer experience?
Yeah, so it's a great question, Charlie. And what it tells us is that Zoom are constantly looking out there into the market, into the marketplace, and listening to what our customers are asking for. And then we're looking to deliver that functionality quickly in a very modern way, cloud first, and a disruptive way, which is, I don't mean that in a sort of we're going to break a lot of things. What I mean is we're doing things that actually probably technology has not allowed itself to be done in just the way in which the market has grown up. So our view of customer experience is it's on your own terms. Yeah. So it should be, customers should be able to engage with organizations on their own terms. And with Zoom Contact Center, we're opening up those channels, whether it be voice, which is the traditional way, and chat, which has also been a way that's come to fore in the last few years, but video. You know, we're bringing the video side of things, and that's always been a very, very difficult channel for the contact centers to implement because of the nature of you know, do people have the right connections, the quality of that, is that going to impact on our brand? So we're bringing that together, and now we're bringing the, because of course Zoom do that that's in our video, is in the essence of what we do, and we do that really, really well. So that's something we believe we can really bring that channel back to life, I guess, in a way, and improve that. But also, we know a lot of people maybe don't want to use voice as their first channel, don't want to use video as their first channel, and they like that text-based interaction. And of course, if organizations have to man every chat with a human person, that's quite an expensive way of doing that. Hence the bringing in of the virtual agent. And that is where virtual agent provides that automated capability, automating up to 50 to 60, maybe even 70% of sort of simple inquiries coming into the organization. And customers do like that. They also love it, the fact that if they do get to a point where actually the engineer, the chatbot has exhausted its intelligence around there, it can be seamlessly elevated either to a voice call with an agent or a video call. And again, that's using the power of Zoom to then seamlessly, you know, move around the platform to deliver the best experience for our customers. And that's what customer experience is all about. It's about delivering great experiences every time that are consistent and they're you know, loved by all, really.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a very good point there in the use of video within businesses. It's still, especially in contact centers, it's still very much underutilized. You know, they say a picture can paint 1,000 words, pretty much, and just showing the contact center maybe what's going wrong via video and just things like that, and the innovation that might come in the future is also interesting to think about in terms of gesture recognition. I'm sure Zoom is doing a lot on that too. But kind of going back to Zoomtopia now, if I just bring it back a little bit. Obviously, Zoom Phone is your main focus too. Now, which other announcements from the Zoomtopia event should our viewers be most excited about?
Yes, so there's as we said before, there's a lot of them. So if I talk about you know, from a contact center perspective, aside from the virtual agent and Zoom IQ, we've also announcing some you know, additional integrations with ServiceNow and also with Zendesk. So that's, again, we're broadening out the ability for our customers to integrate with existing case systems that they've already got, back-end systems that they've already got within there. We've already released Salesforce before, so again, we're rounding that out for those support use cases. Contact Center Kiosk is a really interesting one as well. That's the ability to have a kind of kiosk enablement, where again, from a self-service perspective, you can go up to a kiosk, try and fulfill your inquiry, and if you can't, actually, you're going to get elevated into a contact center process with someone who can help you. So IT help desks that may not have physical presence in certain locations can have a kiosk there where someone goes to, tries to resolve their problem and then gets escalated over video to somebody who can, in the IT department, that can share them. So organisations with large campuses or with a remote working IT force. That's really interesting. But I guess the one that I'm really most excited about, and again, it's another change to Zoom's platform, and hopefully in the mindset of what people know, we're more than just a meetings organisation, is the introduction of Zoom Mail and Zoom Calendar. So, really, really exciting, and that's twofold. So you've got the ability to have all of your mail and your calendar surfacing in your Zoom client. So whether you are a Google Workspace customer, somebody that uses Outlook, all of that can be brought together in a single client that enables you to be more productive, not having to work through different applications. And then, of course, we're bringing out Zoom Mail. And Zoom Mail is an end-to-end encrypted mail service that can be consumed via the Zoom client as well. So again, what Zoom have done is we've looked at the email industry and the calendar industry and thought, we can improve this, we can make it simpler, we can make it more effective, and that's what we're looking to do. So I'm excited to hear more about that, as Zoomtopia carries on, and to see it in action as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that contact center kiosk point that you mentioned, that's something I definitely want to find out more about that especially. And I also you mentioned it too. I saw the kind of Zoom ServiceNow integration, and even that's a bot now, and employees can use that and they can talk to the ServiceNow bot to kind of help with IT issues and things like that. I thought that was really cool, and how Zoom are bringing all of this together within the Zoom One. I think it's a really kind of interesting go forward strategy, and I look forward to hearing more announcements from Zoomtopia and further on. I'm sure, as I said, these will continue to come thick and fast. But I think for now, I think that's a great place to end today's conversation. It's been great talking to you, Ben. So thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Excellent. And thank you also to everybody for watching. Bye for now.